Hello guys, this is Words, the future of Reskins, and there's some things I needed to say. It's about this whole situation and why reskinning, people are showing favoritism when it comes to reskinning, and people are like being so in denial about it, and they're just going around licking each other's behinds, not even realizing that, like if someone made a reskin or made a reskin because they enjoyed it or because they loved it, everybody wants to show favoritism and people just want to stick up for one another because I don't know if it's either someone who can't reskin or just doesn't know how to reskin in general, or maybe they're just hating on me, or maybe they're just hating on the whole thing or the whole fact that they just suck in general at reskinning, or whatever the case is. But I've read some comments and I read like stuff in the forums, and I'm hearing stuff about like, why people wanted to ask questions. They wanted to know why they weren't able to make a reskin, why they weren't able to do this, and why they weren't able to do that. And it's really tough, man. It really is tough. Like people are just saying they're not trying to be rude, but I feel like it's rude because like you're just saying that, oh well, of course, you may have the right to do this and do that, but still at the same time, like, I feel as though we all should be able to reskin what we want. And it's like everybody thinks that we're here to steal their content and steal away, their original creation, their original engine, what they had, and what they had put out there. So, when I thought about this and I thought about, what was going on. And if you look at it, if you think about it, if you look at the flight sim community, like the guys in there who make reskins, they have no problem whatsoever. They don't have an issue with making reskins for their planes and their models for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. That was like the newest flight simulator game that came out. They have no issue with making reskins, no issues whatsoever. It's being shared. People are out there, it's on websites. Like I mean, you could see it. Like it's out there. Like there's no issue. There's no problem whatsoever. Like and yeah, it's like it's out there. Like, but I don't understand why there's an issue and why there's a problem with making reskins when it comes to trains. Like everybody is just so like I don't know, like showing favoritism and just being stuck up. Like they just licking someone's behind and not even realizing like who cares, man? Like who gives a damn? Like people don't want like just diesel websites and diesel locomotives. Like everybody doesn't always just want that. People want American content. Like American people, like anybody in general, like they would want American stuff. They don't want like just diesel engines and like trains all the time. It's like, come on, you gotta like people really want American content. And when they can't have something, it's like, what do you do? Like, you know, I don't understand. Like, I'm not getting the concept behind all of that, and I think it's just a way of people wanting to get mad at you and wanting to report you for something because they feel like you're out there trying to steal their content. And nobody, let's get that clear, like nobody out here is trying to steal your content or rob you or take whatever you have or what you created. People like reskins. People like making reskins. That's just how it is. And it's almost like, oh, we have to contact people just to get them to send us an email with permission to say, okay, well, sure, you can do this. Just put my name in the credit description there and, give all the credit to me for the original creation. Right. We're not here to steal your engine. We're not here to steal your locomotive. We know you created it. We know it's on a website for payware. We get the concept of that. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that are using payware content to make reskins, but the fact that everybody is hating on this, and showing favoritism and getting mad about it and upset because they feel like their stuff has been stolen. I just don't know what to say. Like, it's not even. People make it a big deal, and it doesn't have to be a big deal. It really doesn't have to. Like, it really doesn't have to at all. Like it really doesn't. It's not a big deal. It really isn't, man. Some people get really offended about this, and it's just it's just very strange to me. Like it really is. Like for me, I'm a real true reskinner. Like if you wanted a request for a reskin, I will truly go ahead and make that reskin because you know what? I know how to make those reskins. I know how to make reskins for a living. I mean, I know how to do it. I mean, a lot of people can't even go on a download station and find out that, oh, there's an ALC on the download station. Nobody wouldn't actually even check. They'll see what other people have and they will just, okay, so they'll ask that person, like, oh, well, where'd you get that ALC 42? Where'd you get that model from? Like, well, it's obviously on the download station. It's on the download station. Like, I mean, it's on there. Like, when I, like, share stuff or, like, preview stuff and show it, like, a lot of people will just ask questions like, where do you get this or where do you get that? Well, people, you have to look. You have to go on websites. You have to look around. Like, you have to start doing a search, like typing in stuff, looking up and down, just as I once did. I mean, I did the same thing. Like, I was looking up and down on websites on the download station for stuff, and when I see stuff that interests me, I obviously download it. Well, okay, I understand most of you that do play trains are probably all kids. Not to say most of you are or all of you are. I think some of you probably are kids and you're probably young and you might not understand any of this. But, a lot of you, there are licenses that are and copyright issues that are there um, in these engines and these units that people release, especially payware ones and other stuff like that. And it's like that's the big debate and that's the big issue for me. Like the biggest issue right there. Like if somebody wants to make a reskin, all these creators are getting mad and having hate in their hearts and hating this man or hating his guts just because he made that reskin and he wanted to share the texture file but not the locomotive or the engine of the unit. Like something I will never understand. Like it's just I won't understand that. And it's really it's really sad and really crazy how this is happening and why people are doing this. But like it hurts me a lot because like like I don't reskin. Like I'm gonna make this very simple and clear like to everybody out there who is watching this that when I make my reskins, I don't make my reskins to steal your work or to steal your content. That's not my goal. My goal is not to steal someone else's engine or locomotive or to steal someone else's payware or do something drastic. No, I do reskins. That's what I do. I do reskins and I'm a fair guy. I'm an honest man. And I'm not a cheapskate like everybody else or people out there who want to be cheap. And I'm not that type of guy who sit there and would report someone over something that isn't worth it. Like, it's not worth it. And that's your problem. It's not my problem. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and show favoritism to people and be like the behind licker and look someone else's behind and be so humble to the point that, oh, I need to report this guy for this and that. Like, I'm not going to be that type of guy. Nah, I'm more of a liberal. Like, I would literally, I show off the skins that I make, and if people are jealous or mad about that, then maybe you shouldn't have been a part of this from the get-go. And this video is not here to hurt anyone. I'm trying to make things clear that I'm not here to rob or take anyone else's engine or any else's locomotive. We all understand it's payware. We understand there's stuff that cannot be released. There's a big debate about releasing texture like maps and other things like that. And it's just like everyone's like scared to the fact that just because they got this, They want to go ahead and do this to this person and shut this person down. Well, shutting someone down will be one of it, but you just won't get reskins like that again. You just will never get American content like that ever again. You just won't. And I know you'll be mad. People make reskins and they show favoritism when somebody else makes something. When somebody else makes an engine or a reskin of something, people assume and think, oh, well, this is stealing someone else's content and this and that. Well, I mean, some people would, a lot of people would think that way and would think automatically, well, this guy stole someone else's work. But the fact that I made that reskin, the fact that I made these reskins, I should be credited for the reskins that I make. I might not be credited for the engines and those locomotives and the model that was not made by me. I can respect that, but the reskins that I make myself, that is worth crediting to. And people are saying that like if you make a reskin from an engine or payware, you share a texture file, you're basically giving away payware content or giving away something. And like these are things that people are saying, and it's crazy. Like it really is. I know these conversations were back in like 2013 and 2010, and back then, but I understand this is a game. Like this is a game. This is not reality. This is not like real time. Like this is just a game. But some people in the community, all these creators, these people that like make these models, they are only focused on stuff that's like diesel engines and AC44s and SC45s, GP42s. It's funny how they have tons of GP42s on the Jointed Rail website, but they don't even have New Jersey Transit. But when someone like me wants to make a reskin like that with a realistic engine, everybody goes being offended about it. People go running to their little behind lickers and licking someone else's behind to say, "Hey, that guy did this. That guy did that." And it's like you're saying this because you want to feel special or you want to feel like the hero that you said this and that, but nobody here is stealing anything. We're making reskins because people want reskins, not because we want to steal someone else's content. Like no one here is stealing anything from anyone, and no one here is like robbing or trying to steal something that isn't theirs. We understand. It's not ours. We're just making a reskin out of it because it's something that we want to do. I mean, come on. How many of you do not want an actual New Jersey Transit reskin, the GP40, a realistic one? Like, many of you out there, like, who doesn't want a New Jersey Transit GP40? Who doesn't want a Amtrak X Metro cab car? Who doesn't want stuff like that? Who doesn't want a Alstom Comet 5 cab car, both sides, both ends? Like, who doesn't want stuff like that? Everybody wants that, but it's like all these developers are showing favoritism in the community. They feel like just because their content is being shown out there, they think, okay, well, maybe I should stop making maps and I should stop doing this and stop doing that. And, it's like maybe we should stop with all this stuff and stop making this content and stop making this for people, because people are out there robbing and taking whatever they want and, not even caring, and it's like I don't understand. I don't get the concept. Like people, like it's not about that. Like it really isn't. Like I can say for one that I would never steal someone else's content. I would never like put something out there that I know that I'm not supposed to. But for my sake, I make reskins, and I really enjoy this passion in what I do. Like I make these reskins. I do this because I love it and I care about it. And like making reskins is not. It's not like. It's not something that's very difficult, man. It really is easy. People just get overwhelmed and they quit on themselves. And all these developers out there who create engines know this, that I'm not here to rob or take your content. Like I'm not that type of guy. and I don't do things like that. But all that favoritism that you guys are showing in these communities and forums and stuff, train forums, and ready to lick somebody else's booty or behind just because you see something you don't like or you disapprove and showing favoritism, that's on you. But reskins that I make, that is what I make, and that's not something that nobody else has made. Just because you made that engine, you might have made that engine, but I made that reskin. There's a big difference there. Here's one. So these reskins here that I made these reskins, I showed them off in my channel, and I noticed one commenter, YouTuber, or maybe a subscriber or someone that was probably new to the channel. This guy was commenting about how good these looked and commenting and saying on how I should put these up on a download station. And I agreed with them on that, and I wanted to do it in the legal terms in a way, I wanted to get permission from the original author, those who probably uploaded these to the download station. It's pretty sad that we actually don't have like realistic SC44 chargers or ALC42s. The fact that we got to get this from another game, but we all still should be grateful that we got these. But I made these reskins. I showed this off. I made this reskin right here. I made this Mark SC44 reskin. The fact that there was people in the community that were degrading me over this and just trying to roast me over this stuff is pretty hilarious. But I mean, I don't know why. It's almost like they were just jealous or something. But the fact that he said that I should post this on the download station, this person claimed that he was, that all the credit should go to this person because this person knew him, and that he said I was a very fine reskinner. Like, these are words that aren't coming from me, but are coming from the person that made this comment on my channel. And yeah, it was pretty good. So let me see if I can give you a quick little overview of what I was trying to say. So in one of my videos here, apologies on that, but in one of my videos there was, okay, so I think this is it. Let me see if I can pause that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is the guy right here. He seemed like a pretty awesome guy making this comment about it, and me replying. And then this is what I wanted to say, and a lot of people here they don't even actually decide or even choose to, make this stuff, or like, it's almost like this guy knew this other person that was, so this is the guy that he claimed for getting this into Trainz, and this is the one that, wanted me to get this on a download station, and everything else, as you can see. But what I was trying to say here is that, when I make these reskins, man, I'm not here to like steal anything from anyone, man. Like, these reskins I take very seriously. Like, it takes a lot of time to make this stuff. I mean, it really does, without messing things up. And people are just, people really want this stuff. They want this reskins. They want it. Like, they just don't want to, like, how can I say, like, let's say, if I'm going on Jointed Rail here, actually, okay, so if I go on Jointed Rail's site, I'm going on their website here, looking at their reskins, their engines. This is all you get. Like, this is nothing. I mean, like, this is stuff that might be good, but like, come on, like, we're not even like, there's barely any American content on this website. I mean, all this content is like American based, but it's all freight trains. Like, you don't really get, like, you get MBTA for real, you get like other stuff I mean, you get like things here and there, like CSX on a F40PH in the club content section, but you don't really get much. Like you don't get like F40PHs out of MBTA. You don't get like new NJT GP40s. Like what I'm trying to explain is you don't get that stuff on here. Like you really don't. Like you don't get like, like a MBTA AEM7 or something like that. You don't get that kind of stuff. Like you just don't. Like all this stuff they so-called want to call like, just third-party content and other stuff as well. Like you really don't get stuff like this. Like you really don't. Like they make that very old-fashioned MBTA skins that might be the most modern stuff today, but this is the stuff you would see in real life. Like you would see like an actual MBTA F40PH, 3C like this. Like this is what you would see. Like when I make my reskins, I base it off on real time. I don't base it off on just stuff that isn't really there. Like, you know, I really don't. Like the GP40s, GP40 MC for instance, like I made this reskin because it's out there. It's real. It's not like I mean, we all get it. It might not be the exact thing, but it's still something that's worth enjoying. It's not like anybody wouldn't enjoy this. Like, you can have fun and pretend on your trains, but come on, nobody even knows. Like, no one knows the first thing. And it's like I'm just not getting the concept. Like, I'm not understanding. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have fun with this stuff. It's not like nobody wouldn't. Like, I mean, nobody wouldn't even have the basics on how to do this kind of stuff, but it's like everybody just wants to have fun. Everybody just wants to enjoy themselves with the reskins. Nobody doesn't want to stick to just the old-fashioned GP40s or like all this CSX stuff. We get it. It's out there. It's all out there. We understand all locomotives are out there. Like, but come on, doesn't anybody ever want like American content and reskins for a living? Like American stuff, like real, like like passenger rail stuff. Besides all this freight stuff that's happening in the world, man. Like that's the thing that I would not understand, and I just wouldn't get the concept. Like I wouldn't understand. Like I make these skins because this is all I care about. Like I care about American content. I care about stuff. I don't care about all this old-fashioned freight stuff. I mean, I might have one route and might play with diesel freight trains, but I'm all about passenger rail. I'm all about American, like Northeast Corridor. I'm all about like, Boston to Providence. I'm all about like all the stuff like that. I'm all about the North Jersey coastline, Morristown line. I'm all about Northeast Corridor, going to New York, back to Philadelphia, all the way up to Harrisburg, Pittsburgh. I'm all about stuff like that. Like I'm all about PRR, Pennsylvania Railroad and things like that, man. I make American content. Like that's what I do. I'm not about all this freight like engines and these locomotives that you see on websites, like stuff that they want you to pay for. Like, come on, like this stuff is already out there. How about make something new for a living? Like, how about besides make all these GP40s and stuff like this? How about we make something that was like, we get it. We have Amtrak here. Like, we get the concept. We get it. All this is out there. How about make a GP40 that says New Jersey Transit on it? How about it says NJT for once? How about give us an actual loco? Like, how about give us a real engine, like something that is worth playing for passengers, like besides all this stuff. I just don't understand. Like, we get it, Conrail is there, but come on, like, where is NJT? Like, where is it at? Like, where is MBTA? Like, besides the F40PH, like, those are the only ones they got. Like, I don't understand. When somebody wants to step up, like me, and go out there and make something like this, or make an NJ Transit reskin, like, everybody starts shouting like a voice. They start yelling and out of frustration and anger and reporting people and doing this and doing that. But it's like nobody truly understands that like I do make American content for a living. That's all I do. Like I might go out of the way and I might like make something like let's see. I might make something like one of these engines here. Like if you notice, like stuff like this. You don't even get stuff like this on the website. Like you get P42s, you get P40s. Well, this is a P40, but the actual P42 DC engine, you don't get reskins like this. You just don't. Like you really don't. Like, and that's why it sucks. That's why it's so whack and lame. It's lame. Like they don't make stuff like this. And when somebody wants to make it, everybody tries to shut them down. Like I don't understand that. Like it's just showing favoritism. Like always trying to shut someone down, stopping them from enjoying themselves. Like something like this that everybody wants today, which apparently I'm gonna put out there. I'm gonna release today because people wanted it. So, well, I should have released it a while ago, but it's been out there. But this is not even like an American engine, but it still says Pennsylvania on it, and it's a Pennsylvania like it's a PRR reskin. It's meant to be an ALP 46, but really it isn't. But I just had to reskin it because it looked exact the same as what it actually would look like in real life with actual PRR, the unit that New Jersey Transit has. But I made it for a reason. Like I really did made it for a reason. I didn't just make it just to make it. And I think there's more like this skin for oh, the numbers are backwards, but I still made these reskins though. I made them for a reason, and I made tons of them, so like back to back. But what I'm saying is they're just showing favoritism and they're always stopping someone from having fun or enjoying themselves with real American content. Like it's like nobody wants it. Like everybody just wants everybody like look at this reskin. Like this is something that people want. Like I know people want this stuff. It's not that they don't want this. Like people want this reskin. Airy Lackawanna, like come on, like this is something that people would like. I poured my soul into this thing. I really had to try to figure this thing out. It was really tough. It wasn't easy, but I did do it, and I did make the reskin, and I'm sure people would like it. Like there isn't somebody on this earth that wouldn't like it, but if there was, then that's just their opinion. Maybe they're not into content like this. Maybe they just want to be showing favoritism. Maybe they want to lick somebody else's behind. And that's typically what they do on trains. They lick somebody else's behind. They always try to yell at somebody or curse at them, judging them, saying these things because they don't like these engines, they don't like these reskins, saying that it goes against them, but really, is it going against you or is it just offending you? Or maybe you're just mad because you can't enjoy these skins, or maybe because you can't get these skins, or maybe you just suck at reskinning and you don't know nothing and you've just been licking someone's behind for the past couple days. I don't know what it is, but like I've been making reskins for as long as I can remember. Like really I have. Like it's just this is something that will just never change because this is a passion that I have and it's only for American content only. This is something that will never change, people. Like something that will never change. Like everybody wants the New Jersey Transit F40PH. I mean, come on, who doesn't? Like get real. Like everybody wants this. Like it's not that they don't. Like come on, admit it. Admit what you want and what you don't want. Like just admit it. Like there's just so much. Like so much. Like I mean, really, there's a lot that goes there's a lot that goes with it. Like and I keep having to say it, but some people obviously don't want to hear it. And like, look at, I mean, come on, you got some good matches here. You got some good colors. You got the flags and stuff. You have everything. It matches. Like everything goes the way it should go. Like nobody wants this stuff. Like, and it's just to me, it's like it's whack. Like you people have no taste whatsoever. Like you just don't. Like making some delicious content and everybody's just like, oh, like, showing favoritism, go lick his behind. Yeah, say that this is all not right, like and whatever. Like I mean, I don't understand, but why do people ask me to make these reskins and yet everybody's coming at my neck and just saying these things and being offended by it? But I'm just saying I'm expressing what I so rightfully want to express and what I like to do. And people don't want to hear that, unfortunately. Like, nobody wants to hear it. So that is why I made this video, to clear the air, unfortunately. But I know there will still be some out there that will disagree with this and obviously say what they want to say. And I know I can't stop you from saying what you want to say, but you can just say whatever you want. But I am a reskinner. You might have this engine, but I have this reskin. So, and that's all I'm doing is making reskins. I'm not giving away locomotives or engines or units that you guys have made. I'm simply giving away my reskins for that engine. That is what people want. And I know a lot of people in the community won't even tell you guys that. They won't tell you that. They know they will go ahead and take that reskin and won't give a crap about anything. They know they will take that reskin. And they know they won't care about what other people say because they have it. And it's like, that's just how things go. Like, everybody was shouting for this P40BH skin from Trainz because it looked good, and they know it looked good. Same thing with this one over here. It looked really good. Like, all this MBTA, Mark, like, this is stuff we should be having, like, but nobody's not doing it. Like, so, obviously for me, I gotta step up and I gotta do this. I gotta step up and I gotta make these reskins for people because, unfortunately, I gotta stick up for those who can't really do stuff on their own, who can't really make reskins on their own. Like, and just wouldn't know anywhere to start, like, things like that. So hate me if you want, hate my guts, hate my soul, but I tell you that I am a reskinner, and that's just the way it goes, unfortunately. So later today I'll be putting out, well, obviously that reskin that was supposed to come out last night, but I'll make a video about it today. So, but yes, you heard right about my reskin website. All that is to it, reskins, and just a lot of excitement, you know. Yeah, so you guys, those out there, enough with all that favoritism. Just, you know, people want to make reskins. People, I feel as though, should have a right to make reskins. And I feel like you guys shouldn't be sitting there showing favoritism, acting like you're the cops or you're the law, this and that. But it's like, let people make reskins for a living. Like, people enjoy this stuff. People enjoy American content, do they not? I know there's some people in the comments that will really say that they do enjoy this content and this work. Like I mean, like, like this is one thing that I said before. Like, when I made Metro Norths, like something like this, like I enjoyed making this. Like, this was a very huge passion. Everybody was so shocked when I made this reskin. Like, everybody really was. There's so much reskins that I've made, it's not even a joke. Like so much. Like, from Metra to Metro North, like I've done it, man. Like, I've been there. Like, this is the content that Americans want, but everybody's too afraid. Everybody's too scared to even engage in this. Like, everybody is. They're fearing for their lives. Man, everybody's fearing for it, man. People really are fearing for it. Like, something like this. I believe that this was freeware, but this actually came from a site or a page or a video on YouTube. You could actually look it up, but I believe that this was freeware. And you look in the comments section below, somebody actually asked about where do you get this engine, and somebody actually posted a link about it. But yeah, but I'm saying, I'm like, this is something that I made. I really did make this reskin, no joke. When you look at it, like, yeah, like I really did make this engine, like no joke, man. Like, I made so many, like even the Amtrak F40, like, you know, I made that engine, and it's a veterans unit. Like this is the one that I made too. Like people were going crazy for this one. Like they weren't even like they were really like super excited for this reskin, and everybody wanted this reskin, but it was like it was payware at the time, and it probably still is payware, but like it's just a reskin. People like this stuff. Like no one's not gonna sit here and argue with me and say that they don't like this stuff when they do. Like just admit it. Like admit it in the comment section below. Say what you need to say in the comment section below, but tell me directly that you would not like if this map texture or if all these textures on these engines were handed out to you, would you not accept them? Like would you tell me now that you would not accept these reskins? Like the fact that you yourself or someone else could not make these skins. Like they have the F40PH. They can make these skins. Like they can. I don't know why they're not trying to make these skins. They're not trying to engage in it. Like they're always focused on these other engines, but it's like, come on, like think about American content for once. Start making some SC44 Chargers, like realistic ones. Like start making some ALC42s. Like, but I understand we all need to acquire a license for this stuff. We all need to wait and acquire a license. Like I just think that all this is ridiculous. I think it's just a joke. I think people take these hobbies way too far. I think that they like it's not even for an excitement. It's like just for the glory, for praising someone for making something, having respect for someone just because someone made content. Like it's not even about that. Like everybody can make reskins. Everybody can do whatever they want. It's just all these people who want to show favoritism and wipe somebody else's behind. Unfortunately, like no, no one's not gonna wipe my behind. I tell you that. It's not happening. But unfortunately, like this is what it is. This is what it's come to. People are acting like this, and yes, this is. I think about this. I think about. I'm questioning it. Like, why the hell am I doing this? Why do I do this for a reason when everybody's just showing favoritism and just not giving a crap about anything and wanting to accuse people of stuff that they did wrong? But it's like you ain't perfect neither, and like this is what it is. Like I said before, I make reskins. I'm just a reskinner. I'm not here to rob anyone, take anyone else's content. I make reskins. This is what I do. Love it, hate me for it, do whatever you want, but I make reskins, man, and I only do American content only. Get that right. I only do American content. American content only. That's what I do. I'm your American guy that makes American content. So if you want to come to me for American reskin, you just come to me for it. Send in that request. Send a link. Send a comment down below. I'll look at it. I'll do my research on it. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. Just had to get that out there because some people just need to get that message, man. Like, it's just a reskin. Like, get over it. Like, stop complaining about it and getting upset and showing favoritism and wiping someone else's behind. Like, it's just like a bootlicker, literally. But more videos to come, and I'll see you guys in the next one.